Jack and Cooling run into each other and both going for the football. They're both still down at the moment too, the two youngsters. And we've got a boundary throw and the ball ricocheted out, but both the boys, Cooling's now up. Giath takes a little bit of time to get up as well. Both those kids are tough. And they both jog off. Boundary throwing in the front spot, Gray. Brand will take this one, the bigger body wins. McFarlane gave it to McCall. His handball to no one in particular. Sim with a quick kick. Lick will come the other way and take the mark. What? And play on, said the umpire, so that caused a bit of confusion. Brand gave it to Sim, and Sim with a hand in it. Couldn't quite get it. Back there was Jacks. The Tigers have got numbers through. Blew it to Walsh. Over the top now to Linton. Linton handles in towards Bailey. They're still in their offensive 50. Now they get out of it. Clare. Walsh ran on. Right foot kick to half to the wing area. But a strong mark again by old mate number 17. Who we're trying to work out who it is. If anyone can let us know who comes into the side.
The book says Dylan Brooks.
Let's go with that. It's Brooksy.
I like old mate.
I like Brooksy now. That's his name. That's what he was given. Brooke, as they kick it towards half forward, now Seppi drives it back inside forward 50. Jacks this time gets rid of Hearn and takes the mark in front of his eyes. Leading by 10 points. 22 and a half minutes gone.
It's been a pretty good match-up early, both these players as well, but now the ball keeps coming inside 50. Makes it a lot harder for Hearn to actually fend off Jacks. He's a big unit, and the ball coming in the way it is, it's tailor-made for a player like Jacks.
He's just smart, isn't he, Box? Just that body use at the right time when the ball's about to land in his hands.
Keep on the parkway then, games, look out.
So here he comes after an injury-interrupted season last year. Works it back. The umpire just rolls to the left. It's a minus score. Margin 6 and 11 points. Quickly back in. That's all left to Virtue Homes.
All right, they go short through Jacobson. Jacobson goes inboard whack, yeah, or usually pretty good under pressure. Takes a good strong mark. Goes short, though, to Cooling. So just take your time, Blake. Dad's right here. He's been called to play on. Goes along the wing. Not the long right kick, though, I don't reckon. No, it's gone straight to Declan Kelty. So he's got an option inboard. I tell you what, they're starting to spread nicely. Van Dyke in the corridor. Goes to centre, half forward through, back to the player from which he got it or not. No, Mulqueen this time. Mulqueen goes right. Can he find a winner right? I reckon he might be able to. Barron is the player he went for. Barron's the player he found. And Barron will kick from just inside 50 on an angle worse than 45. 6 scoring shots.
I'm pretty sure they got Moran last year from the Alabank League, somewhere from there, but he was one of their lively forwards early in the year before he got injured. And what it does now with Jack's back, it frees him up to be that second option for Moe inside 50.
So no score inside 12 minutes. 6 scoring shots since. And the ball falls short this time. It may find the boundary, I'd say, and it has found just that. 5 metres out from Moe's goals. They're kicking to the scoreboard end. 24 minutes gone. They lead 1 goal 5 to Morwell yet to score. And to be honest, they've only threatened their forward 50 on 2 occasions.
Yeah, Whack taps it straight down. Wood kicks it straight up and down. He might even mark his own football. They spoil it. Ground level. Mulqueen gives it off to Brand. Step around the body. Brand's kicked another behind. And again, another minus score on the Virtue Home scoreboard first quarter.
Taking Murray to a 1 goal 6-12, which is their 12-point lead.
The Walsh plays on. Tigers own the boundary line. They come towards Hillier. That's over the top. Brock Smith is out there.
What?
And no free kick. Yes, it is going to be a free kick.
I'm just really worried about Morwell's short game at the moment. They're just a little bit of, they're indecisive with what they want to do. Now again here, they're just going to one-on-ones at the minute.
Well, we've got to run and carry it. They do it by a chain of handballs. It went to Jacobson to Cooling to Hillier. Now Hillier drives it to centre half forward. Quigley over the back. Brooks for the big hanger.
Old mate.
And old mate Dylan Brooks takes the mark, plays on to Tyson Biffin. And Biffin comes backwards towards the can bar. He's got a player out here in Tyler Pratt who apparently has a great pre-season. New recruit for the Lions, goes to Danaher. Had Blazer on, decided not to go to him. Kicks to the top of the 50. Pepper's at the back. Works his player forward. Now he's going to run under this Pepper. It's a sit for him. Anderson was there with Walsh. Walsh impeded him. Anderson gave it to Whack. Whack squeezed the handle out the makepiece. He's under pressure. Jacob Wood got him right down from behind. The umpire said, holding the ball. And Jacob Wood will have a shot directly in front, about 15 metres out.
He's been their best small forward already this first quarter. He's inside pressure. He might be getting a little bit older. He might be getting a little bit slower.
He didn't show
it then. And his pressure inside is just like...
Hunts the ball beautifully, doesn't he?
He's a hunter.
Slight angle, 15 metres out. Should get Moe second, and he does. He lights it off the boot, straight through the middle. And the Lions Get it now out to 18 points.
It's a little bit ominous now for the Tigers. What have we got there? 8 scoring shots to no score so far this quarter. But it's just the stability of Moe now. They've really stabilised their game. They're moving the ball really well, and they're just repeat entries inside 50 are really hurting the Tigers. And just showed again, their inside 50 mistakes has cost them another goal.
On the Virtue Homes scoreboard, we are at the 26-minute mark of the first quarter. Moe 2 goals 6-18, leading Morwell yet to score.
Best on ground this afternoon. Of course, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new D-Max. Live your own way. Available at Gippsland Isuzu Ute, LMCT 10285. Here's Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
Alright, I suspect it's tomorrow to contest the ruck with Whack. They had to set a break Morwell desperately as Morrow jumps early, but Whack with a hike, hits a tap down, can't find a teammate, but does fortuitously second time round. Nicely done. Quickly inside forward 50. Nicely marked though in front. Biffin, the big Biff. Back to the future, goes towards the right hand side, smother off the boot, goes towards the boundary line. They've got the numbers. And they've got the ability to find the way in and out of trouble, and that's exactly what they've done. Left foot kick by Seppi, goes towards the outer side, falls short. Again, numbers around the ball. Don't panic, and off they go through Danaher. Down the line, Morrow. Can he play on quickly? He doesn't, works back, and he'll search forward for the home side.
Goes to the top of the 50, coming out the other way. Jax lets it get through out the back. He can't pick it up. Cooling pushes him over the line. At ground level though, good work there by Makepeace. Gives the handle to Cooling. Got wrapped up in a tackle. Jackson's there again. Little check side. Gets to a dangerous spot. Jacobson does well. The winger. Handballs forward. Donald under pressure now. He's got a little bit of toe. He just blaze it towards the boundary. Unluckily, Walsh was close. No, we were calling for a deliberate, but Walsh was there. And we'll have a boundary throwing. 27 and 3/4 minutes gone in this first quarter. 2-6-18, Moe. Lead Morwell. You are listening to Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norton Electrical Gippsland. You've all got the panic pants on now.
Yeah,
They really are. They're under pressure, and they're fumbling under perceived pressure.
Alright, they're trying to get themselves out of that defensive 50, and that's where the ball has spent most of this first quarter. A quick kick forward, inside forward 50. Went searching for, couldn't find the big fella. And the siren sounds, and not a minute too early either. Morwell need to regroup. They need to reevaluate. They need to just take a deep breath. Because at quarter time, Paul Carter, it's all Moe.
2 goals 6-18.
Biffin was there, was able to kick it out. Cooling's got a little bit of pace in front of him. Handballs over his shoulder, looking for McDonald. Comes in, Ferrado puts it over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of us here at Ted Summit Reserve. It's great to have football and netball back. We can let you know in an A-grade score at the moment. The Tigers are 10, Moe are 7. And back here, it is the Lions leading by 18 points. Saturday afternoon football on Gippsland Live. Whack, tapped it over the back. McAuliffe was there, bit of a head clash between Balfour. Hillier again, the handball missed the target. Ferrado at ground level. Whack tries to put him over the line, they do so. Ball goes over as well. And a boundary throwing. Ferrado's been good for the Lions so far.
Alright, so Whack will attempt to get hands on the ball firstly. Work position against the bulkier Morrow. Another 8 players around the contest. Whack, front of pack, got the tap, found Danaher, ground level. Morwell got the numbers, off they go. A little bit of room to move. Good smother again. Went for the kick when the handball was on. Good tackle. Turnover. Here they go. McDonald 1-2. Gives it back to Jacobson. Can he find a winner? He can. And finally, Brandon McDonald will have a clear shot for Morwell to register their first score on the board. 1 minute 30 seconds into this second quarter. They trail, as you heard, 2 goals 6-18 Moe. Morwell yet to score, but their best chance all day has Hook left. It's a minor score. It'll give them some confidence anyway.
It was a really tough work to get the ball inside 50 from all. And when they did it really well. There's just that indecision with their handball or their delivery by foot. They need to get better.
Well, they're on the board with 1 behind. They trail Moe by 17 points on McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Biffin comes out towards Scott Van Dyke, who takes the mark in his defensive 50, looks down the line, which is the grandstand side, gets called to play on, has to chip it high up in the air. Morrow's got the front spot, but allows Jax to come in and take the mark. He didn't get paid in the end. Ball squirts out the back. Whack got his legs taken out from underneath him, and a free kick will be given. And I'll tell you what, there's a healthy crowd at the can bar. If you're looking for a free stubby holder over there, boys, there's absolutely Gippsland Live free stubby holders over at the can bar.
There's a plethora.
There is heaps. So the Tigers going forward, side forward 50 again, standing tall, is the veteran Tommy Long. So Long just slows things up. The Lions that lead by 17 points comes to this side again. Hillier and Belfer. Hillier's got the strength and the smarts to take the mark over his head. Wheels and goes. Low daisy cutter. Straight back to Tommy Long. They're not on the same team.
I like him down back now. I mean, we know that he's a great pinch hitter down forward as well, but he's definitely better suited down back.
Tommy Long goes out wide, lateral to Biffin. He gets it out wide. The kick was touched. Sim presents up from half forward. Walsh was there to tackle. Now Morrow, it was Danaher in the end, gets on the end of this one. Beautiful chiseling kick to Harry Pepper. And Peppers can turn and kick down the line. Picked off though by Cooling. Nice intercept mark. He looks inboard. He's going to go short to McAuliffe. We can mark it centre half back.
Thought about it. Goes towards the outer side. Wrong option again, taken by Mold Queen. We've done a lot of that today. Chose the wrong option. Has this away side in Morwell. One behind they are, the Tigers. Trailing Moe, 2 goals, 6-18. 3 minutes, 3/4 gone. Second quarter, Blake Cooling with the ball, right half back flank. He's been busy enough today. Goes along the line, finds a teammate. Good work. Teammate being Suter. And Suter, Jake, again, along the line, looking for an option, good leading option, hands to the ball, drop the head at the crucial time, and therefore drop the mark. Sim picks up the crumbs, gives it to Morrow, the 1-2, dances to the left, and gets around a player beautifully. Can he find a teammate? Yes, he can, and that teammate is Pepper, Harry Pepper, outside 50, now goes inside 50, Jack, good lead, good mark, good kick, good play.
It's the difference box, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just the transition there, especially from Sim with the 1-2, even his little side shuffle.
So Jack goes top of the square. Geez, I tell you what, there was a Shepherd behind play. Doesn't matter. Good mark taken by Maxie Linton.
Oh, he's kicked though across the face of the goal, missed the target. And that is the story all day for this afternoon for the Tigers. The turnovers are costly. That one trickled out of bounds, and it's a boundary throwing deep inside Moe's forward line when they had control of the footy.
Can't believe it.
Comes back into the field of play, whack in the front spot, just taps it over the back, underground handball, at the toes of Cooling, he handballs out wide, Pepper just grabbed it out of there, saving Cox's as well, under enormous pressure of the Tigers defence, Quigley gives it to Bailey to whack by hand, gets it further afield to Jacobson, gets around one tackler, handball inboard, this is a better build-up, Anderson to Bailey, Bailey can chip it out wide to McDonald who can mark at his chest, it's 1-on-1 in the forward line, McDonald's the one, he comes towards the target and he finds him, takes a sliding mark down, goes inboard, he's going to turn it over. Brandel did well. Now he does exceptionally well. He picks the footy up off the deck, handballs into a dangerous spot. McDonald gives it out to Jacobson. Left foot kick around his body. Kelty will read this one and mark it in the field of play and just stroll out and hit the target out wide. And he can find Ferrado.
And GF just caught spectating there for a minute. Thought the ball might be out of play, and meanwhile, his opponent had grabbed the mark and played on. Gee, slow to react. Ferrado with the ball, defensive 50. Now finds a teammate, left half back flank. I reckon that could be Sim, touched off the hand. No free kick paid, is it?
Yeah, it was touched.
Touched off the boot, the umpire's indicating, okay. So Sim not happy, but now he understands. Beaten whack by Morrow that time, but he follows up, second chance, and second chance for Giaf to take the mark. Good work by the young fellow, no.
Second bite maybe.
Okay, over the boundary line possibly. So on the intersection of forward 50, Paul Carter is where the ball's going to be thrown back in.
Morwell were well beaten in their clearances in the first quarter, but they won the first 5 this quarter.
Morrow takes it out of the ruck, ball spills over the boundary line.
Those 5 though turn into about 10 turnovers at minute 2. So I reckon the intercept marking from both sides, well, they were playing between the 50 lines there at the minute 2, but the intercept marks were probably the biggest stat.
It's almost a mirror image, the early part of this second quarter of the first, isn't it? With Morwell doing all the attacking and Moe finding it hard to attack it all. And here we go again.
They've got a free kick out of this one. McAuliffe won the free kick for holding the footy. And can they use it? He tries to get around the player, then kicks under pressure and turns it over again. It's the story. All afternoon for the Tigers, the turnovers are costly. Not only costly on the scoreboard, but just costly in general play as well. They switch this up. Brooks can go out wide towards Kelty. He can mark in front of Giaf. And the experience wins out the AFL game up playing against the first game up. Kelty kicks down the line. Luke Mulqueen's been a good target. Run on from Seppi. Sold to Kearney. Now left foot Wally sort of kicked to half forward. Down there and over the boundary line it goes in front of Jacks and Hearn. Right in front of the Canberra. It's a healthy crowd. We said it early. The cars are built up all the way around. This is probably one of the better crowds we've seen the Gippsland League game for many years as well. So good signs ahead for season 2023.
Yeah, no question, and Moe would like what they see as Blazer. Likes what he sees up forward. The race is on. Pepper first to the ball. Tries to hold the ball within his area. He's held in, ball and all. Umpire will take control. 20 metres directly in front of Moe's goals. They're kicking to the hill end. And they're leading 2-6, 18, 8 minutes gone to 1 behind.
Ball up in the forward 50. Comes to ground with a quick snap out of there from Blazer, and the veteran. The umpire gets back to the middle of the square and says all clear. And something out of nothing, James Blazer gets one for the Lions.
And it just continues on there too from Morwell as well. And I think too, you spoke about Mulqueen before too. I think with Moe, they've got some great hit-up players. And Mulqueen, did he come from Hill End? Is that where he come from? He's really been a really good standout there up forward, especially with Baran too. So it just goes to show you get the ball inside 50. Got blokes like Blazer who can get the easy kick inside 50 like that and kick a goal. It's going to be a long afternoon for Morwell.
And that's Murray's first score for the quarter, taking them to a 23-point lead on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions are 3-6-24, leading Morwell 1 behind 1 point.
Thanks to Carpet Country, Nick Lachino. Special comments this afternoon. Helping dreams become a reality since 1981. That's not Nick. No, that's not you, Nick. That's Carpet Country. Ground's in great condition. Ball back to the middle of the ground. Morrow's tapped it down to his toes. There's Blazer working again in the midfield. Just continues to work hard.
Probably when we walked in Swat today, Darryl did say to someone downstairs that he thought Moe were going to win today, and then he's picked Morwell by 2 points.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
He picks his people.
Yeah.
So another ball up in the middle of the ground.
He said to me before he liked you, but I know,
Deep down.
and probably you know.
I do know.
Ball in the centre of the ground, nicely done. Morrow, quick kick, took the ball out of the contest and kicked to centre half forward. Such is the commitment that two Moe players run into each other on the ball. They've got the numbers around the ball to work it again. No, they haven't. Holding the ball, as you heard Scud call. It's going to go the way of Blake Cooling, centre half back. Plenty of touches for young Blake. Can he find a teammate? He can. Nice. Giath, the player. He's a nice athletic type. Still learning the game. Goes towards the other side, McDonald. And the outer side, that is. McDonald, not the best user of the ball, but let's see if he can find a teammate. He can't. He kicks to space, I guess. I'll give him credit. Not sure that was the intent. But McFarlane, in fact, McDonald was taken ball and all. Inside forward 50 at least for Morwell. 40 metres from home. 10 minutes gone. Second quarter. The home side lead by 23 points. They get the tap as well and clear the area. A kick. The race is on. Pace is needed. And will they beat the boundary? No one can beat the boundary. And there'll be a boundary throwing. Right half forward flank. Morwell continue the attack, but need to have an impact on the scoreboard.
Let's go quickly around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland in the AFL. It's half time there at Kennedy Stadium. It's not Kennedy Stadium, it's the scoreboard. Sorry.
Here we go again.
It's the McDonald's scoreboard we have in the second quarter.
Over there. Hawthorn, 8-4-52. They lead North Melbourne 4-3-27.
No, we're about to go forward again. They're at centre half forward by Long. He can go inside forward 50. The target, Jacks on the lead down the middle of the ground.
Good hands.
Big target, good hands, good lead, good kick.
They look a big body now for Morwell. I think with the pressure they've put on the young Morwell side, Moe are reaping the benefits of it at the moment because their big bodies are winning. The little brigade are getting the ball inside 50 and going bang.
We said this, it was the aerial battle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that we did say that would be the key for the Lions. Now this time, Christian Jacks directly in front, puts it on its way, he's straight it out to the right and misses badly. A minor score. And the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard pick up 40 chicken McNuggets and the tangy Cajun sauce at Macca's drive-through today.
40. You need a couple of mates to help you out there, Paul Carter.
And it's a 24-point lead to Murray on that scoreboard at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. 3-7-25 to 1 behind 1 point.
All right, well, I'll try to work out a defensive 50. They've done it this time, 3 touches, but at least they're outside defensive area. Jacobson got on the end. Can he go in? But geez, I tell you what, they're taking some risky kicks and they're not paying off. Umpire takes control. I'll tell you what, one more goal for Moe. We need to call 000 because Morwell are going to be in trouble. They need to stay in touch. 10 scoring shots to 1. 3-7, Moe, 25 as you heard from Paul Carter. Morwell just the one behind. It's deep into the second quarter now, 12 minutes gone. And Morwell into it, under pressure as Moe go into attack. And Christian Jack again. All too easy. Got rid of his direct opponent. Play on quickly. Bing! Bang! 0-0-0.
It'll be interesting to see what their inside 50s have been for the last few minutes, Paul, but they just kept getting the ball inside 50, and when you've got your forward, they're starting to find a lot of confidence now in the air. He just out-muscled a bigger Ryan Hearn as well. Rather than stay there was his first kick, this previous kick wasn't real great. His snapshot goal was a nice finish off there for the Murray Lions.
Well, Morwell had 5 of the first 6 inside 50s for 1 behind. Moe had 3 of the last 4 for 2 goals won.
Those stats thanks to Gippsland. Ozuzi, the margin out to 30 points now for the Lions. That's on your McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. And the Tigers' key to the game was going to be run and carry, but when they do that, they just turn the footy over and it costs them back the other way.
Yeah, Paul Carter thought that the Moe forwards would outgun the Morwell forwards, and tell you what, for all of this game, he's been spot on.
Well, from the tap out, Gray took the ruck duties. Danaher, though, had it and then got his kick smothered. McDonald runs on to the end of this one, delivers, however, in the front spot, Declan Kelty has resumed his duties down back. A chiseling kick, turnover though, straight down the coach's throat, and Boyd Bailey, top of the 50. He's too far out to score. There's one-on-ones in the goal square. McDonald will be the target, leads to that direction. In the back spot, Lopez had to spoil in the end. Wax says, I'll just go pick it up, then got tackled. The run out of half-back, here's Mulqueen, barrels it towards the middle of the ground. One-on-one, Walsh and Wood. Walsh wins. Walsh takes the mark as Wood slipped over. Walsh looks up. Must hold on to this football and hit some targets. Brandel will be the target. Waited for it and Kelty came in. He couldn't quite complete the mark. Mulqueen was good again. Handled over the top to Kelty. Got around the tackler. Then handled inboard. Moe got some good numbers around. Here's Coxedge. Gives it over the top. The 1-2. Sim gets onto the end of this. Right foot delivery to half forward. Beautiful kick. Prowse though dropped the mark that he should have taken and fumbles it over for a boundary throw in 60 metres out from goal.
They've got to do something more. I'm just sitting here trying to wonder what they're going to do here. But they just got to make sure they just steady their feet. Just steady their feet, steady their thinking when they've got the ball at the minute, because Declan Kelty and the back line of Moe are absolutely giving them a bath.
Yeah, they need to take some tempo out of the game because they're trying to force plays that aren't there. Let's go again. And even when they do, they're overrunning the ball and making the simplest of mistakes. If they get the opportunity, they're not making the most of it. Here's a free kick. It's going to go Moe's way again. It's going to go the way of Long. Inside forward 50, they've been good. But I tell you what, ground level, a punch from the back, a pick-up, a goal from Scott Van Dyke. It's an absolute cracker, and no doubt a contender for the goal of the day for Zambrero's Terrelbin.
Well, that was the position of Moe inside their 50 for their small forwards, and the punch forward there by Barand, I'm pretty sure it was. Van Dyke found himself in the perfect spot and a great finish as well. But the transition from down back.
Van Dyke's a backline player as well too, so that box up.
And the thing is too, like just inside 50, Kelty before when you said that Brandler stopped with his lead, it was Kelty through his pace. He got about a metre in front of him. Just goes to show the desperation's a lot better than what it is at the moment for the ball side.
36-point lead to Moe on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 15 minutes played second quarter.
These are the sort of games that can impact a side for more than 1 week. At the start of a season, if you're punched to within an inch of your life and they're getting close now, it has an impact for weeks ahead. Free kick's going to go Morwell's way. If they can come home and bridge this gap, they'll go home with something.
Just on that, boys, I don't argue, and it hit McFarlane fair in the middle of the nose, and I'm not sure he knows where the free kick was. He tried to take it from the middle of the ground and he had to come across 5 metres, but in the end he drives it in again. Declan Kelty is an absolute star of the competition. You can't just kick it down his throat. He takes the uncontested mark, he gives a handle off to Brooks, they travel down the line. Here's Danaher, here's left foot kick, beautifully done inboard, finds a teammate in there. Was it Ferrado? He comes inboard now to Van Dyke, chips it over the top. Here's Sim, can run under this, he's 40 metres out, has a shot at goal and puts it through, and the Lions are on fire. They've got it out to a game high, 42 points. Danger signs for the Tigers.
Well, they put the knife straight in the back of Moe and they're starting to turn it as well right now. Well, we've played 47 minutes of footy and we've got 13 scoring shots to 1 and they haven't kicked a goal yet more. So the sides are really there for the more footy side at the moment, but it's just their turnover. If they can just get a few things right, they just need to juggle a few things off their bench at the minute. But Moe are really taken to the sword.
And that is a 42-point lead, 17-minute mark of the second quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard with Moe 6-7-43, leading Morwell 1 behind 1 point.
They're cleaner.
They are cleaner, but because they just is
pressure's good.
Is he wearing a Richmond jumper?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Their defence is rock solid. They're back to the middle of the ground again. Blazer took them on. Handballs forward. Sim off the line. Gives it to the running Ferrado. Ran down from behind. The kick was a little bit Eric. In the end, Linton comes out. Gives a handball. Oh, Cooling's been cleaned up, coming the other way. There'll be a free kick. And they go to him. Free kick will be paid to Cooling.
I think he was lucky then too. I think Moran might have even actually laid off a little bit.
Got him high.
Pretty high though.
Went backwards to Hearn.
Hit him so hard, Dad nearly fell off the chair.
That's all right. He's tough. He's fine. I've taught him well, but he's been around a few times. No, I haven't. That's not true. The Tigers get it out wide. Goes towards Hilliard. Does well with some body work. Kicks down the line to McCall. Does it stay in the field of play? Yes, it does. McCall takes the mark. Brandle's on his own. They didn't see him. They went down the line. And he kicks it towards the boundary line. There'll be a free kick going to be paid downfield. And holding.
Hold the man. Yep.
And Brandon McDonald will take the shot on goal.
Well, to say they need this is the understatement of 2023.
Yeah,
I know it's only early.
I don't think he'll be beaten. So Brandon McDonald loves kicking goals. This is an important one for the Tigers. He's only 15, 20 metres out. Puts it on its way. Likes it. The first one for the Tigers goes to Brandon McDonald. And as Poppy said, a much needed goal. The margin back to 36 points though, Box.
Let's just hope it just, reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate.
That's the word. Oh, God, yeah, I was just looking at you. I was looking at you and saying, I better not say that word, but then I did. It's just one of those things that, look, and they still did it tough, that goal. They still did it tough. They got a free kick inside 50 to get that goal, but again, one of those things where Moe, through their midfield, right now, are right on top.
19-minute mark of the second quarter, and Morwell have now got their first goal on the board. They are 1-1-7. Trailing Moe, who is 6-7-43. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
All right, one needs to become two, two needs to become three. They need to start to join some goals together. Whack, interestingly enough, not contesting the ruck, even though he's in the centre square, kicks around the body to right half forward flank, 2v1. The contest, well done it was by Morwell to bring the ball to the ground. Can they get a winner from here? They cannot. Free kick. It's going to go Moe's way.
He's one for me. Whack the centre half forward on Kilty.
Okay, not a bad option either. He's just not in the game at the moment. To the level we expect, that's Whack. As Moe come grandstand side, they do it nicely. They find Tyler Pratt, who looks up, goes down the corridor. Good spot for them to go. And the bloke that Nick Latino says might need to change direction and play centre half forward, took a good mark at centre half back. Or over the top, Giath went for man, maybe should have went for ball. Watt's going to grab that ball, kick forward. I tell you what, he's turned it over again, and they go towards right half forward flank to Moe, and a diving attempt at a mark in front of the blokes in front of the can bar was the man Matt Varane. Boundary trying to take place. Right half forward flank.
7 kicks to Scott Van Dyke this quarter.
And Moe leading 6-7-43, Morwell 1-1-7. Thrown in. Right half forward flank, I tell you what, confused then. There was going to be an attempt to feed the ball off, but it wasn't. Now Morwell run towards the boundary. Can they keep the ball in? They can. Can they find a teammate? They cannot. The attempt to find Brandon McCullough was okay, but it was good defending by Moe to spill the ball out of the boundary line. So, right in front of our TRFM commentary position.
36 points, Moe lead. It's all pressure from the lines. It's been very good. Tom Gray tapped it straight down. Looked for Whack. Head over the football was Jacob Wood. Got tackled by Whack. We'll have a ball up. Everything that the Tigers do is under pressure. It's fumbly. It's turnover, whereas the Lions, they seem to be clean in the clinches, like this. Although free kick's going to be paid to the Tigers in Tom Gray.
Still a bit lucky, but anyway.
And Wood.
Both doing.
Yep. So Gray has it. He's on centre wing area. Just chips left. Only just the 15 metres required. Found Jacobson.
Whacks the target.
Goes in that direction. Kicked it on his head though. McDonald over the back. Going back, that's a free kick. Or a mark. Take your pick. Tyson Biffin.
Well, Brandon McDonald come down with the head of Ben Danaher. I'm glad he didn't play on and kick for goal.
Danaher chipped it over the head to Biffin. His inboard kick went towards the teammate in Pratt. And there's a free kick. Whack gave it away. They quickly handed off to Tyson Biffin. Right foot kick out wide. Back with a flight goes Jacobson. Morrow too tall over the top. Takes the mark. Too far out to score. He's about 2 kicks away. Kicks to the top of the 50. Linton's got the lead on this one on Barand and takes a strong mark. and the half-back flank for the Tigers, who trail by 36 points in the second quarter.
So left half-back flank looks up the ground. Not a lot of options. Moe have been working back. Goes the long option. Not sure what that is. Well, yeah, I know now. It's Brandler with the target. Nicely roped. Going to get a handle on it. The young fellow in some grey. He can't. Keeps it in the area though. It's a free kick. No play on the call. Moe again work it out. Such poise under pressure. I tell you what, he was nearly run down. Blazer got the kick to right half forward flank. Spills ground level 3 or 4 at the ball. Free kick behind the play. Or Mark, you say, Daryl Cooling goes away with Max Linton. They play on, they do it nicely too. Jacobson goes short, finds McDonald. He goes inboard, risky kick, and finds a target. Nicely done. It's Will Clare.
Clare goes inboard, can find Makepeace, does so. Handle off to Bailey. He goes inside forward 50. McDonald's got the set. Nice mark. He just had a nice little block, a little good pattern forward, pattern lead, and allowed McDonald to come out. He's got the only goal for the Tigers. That was at the 19-minute mark. That was about 4 minutes ago.
Nice knowing your player. So Boyd knew that where BMAC was going to go and placed the ball perfectly.
So again, another must goal. All of them become must goals now before half time. McDonald, right foot kick on its way, puts it straight through the behinds. Just continue to go from right to left for a minus score. Margin now back to 35 points, Paul, on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
I was writing that down as a goal. Looked like it off the boot. 1-2-8 Morwell to Murray 6-7-43. 24 minutes played second quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Turnover kick out of full back, lands straight in the hand of Brandon McAuliffe. Just while he sort of sets things up, he's too far out to score. He's going to go lateral to Hillier, but off the line comes Belfer. Hillier has to go work hard. He picks it up, sells some candy, runs to 45. The Zambrero goal today is on. No, yes, maybe. Touched, is it? Umpire says. All clear goal. Zambrero goal today, Tyler Hillier.
Yeah, great call there, Scar. And I think the goal umpire actually wanted the theatrics of the goal as well, because he left us, he, better make sure. Yep, it's a he. Left us in suspense to make sure that was a goal. What was going over the line? What are you smiling at?
Are we seriously going to use more year for special comments?
No, we've got something different tomorrow.
Thank God.
2-2-14, 24-minute mark of the second quarter. That's the Morwell score. They trail Murray by 29 points. They're 6-7-43. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Boxer around the ground for Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Let's go around the court.
Around the court, I think it must be half time there. It is Morwell 25, they lead Moe 23, so we've got a bit of a nail biter there.
Okay, Morwell into attack right here. Come grandstand side. They've got the runner. They just need the favourable bounce. Can they get it? They can. Jacobson dances the don't argue and turns inboard. Can he find a target? He can. Whack from 55. Plays on quickly. Nicely done. Brandler, top of the square. Can they mark again? They can't. Ground level. Can they put another one through? Possibly. It's going to be a free kick Morwell's way. Wow, all of a sudden, here we go. Brandon McDonald, who's already kicked one, can make it two, and they're back in the game.
Looks like old mate dragged his arm down in that marking contest.
That was Brooks.
Well, they need it all from the stoppage and a little bit cleaner from the middle of the ground. A bit more hard run.
And, you know, as the game opens up, the pace of Morwell might be a problem for Moe. Kick from McDonald is cute and straight. Nicely done. They get within 4 goals. Sounds like a lot, but it's a lot better than where they were just 5 minutes ago.
Well, it does too, and the thing that was that you said before, you've written them off already, and now that started to bring that little game back in. That's a couple of little lucky goals, and they've been through luck. A couple of free kicks there from McDonald to get those 2 goals this quarter. Have got them back in this game now.
And at the 26-minute mark, it is a 23-point margin in Murray's favour. They're 6-7-43 to Morwell 3-2-20. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So the ball back, there's no HR department, Boxer, you'll be right. You get the words out, just use little words. 26 and a half minutes gone, second quarter, ball back to the middle of the ground. Prowse will take his duties in the ruck. First time we've sort of seen him in the middle. Got high, tapped it down, whack, although McFarlane was able to pick it off, kicks it inside forward 50. Lopez goes to ground, try to work out through that one there. At ground level was McCall. If he tapped it down at his toes, Quigley's in there as well. Ball at the top of the 50 now. And the umpire will cross his arm, will have a ball up. Whack. Looks like Brandel will do the ruck duties against Prowse, the 2 newcomers to the competitions. And a free kick will go against Brandel. And Nick Prowse will take the free kick. He's tall, he's thin, moves okay. Kicks towards the wing area, over the back. Blewett's done well this afternoon. held his own. Gives a handball out the back to Walsh. Has to get back on his right foot. Kicks it 8 metres. So Hilly got called to play on. Steps around long. Right foot kick to the top of the 50. Brandle's got 2 to beat. Couldn't do so. And Prowse, the big tall ruckman at the moment, was able to take the mark on the defensive 50.
Called to play on and does that. Kicks long, strong towards the outer side. Can he find a winner? He can't. A contest of about 5 players contested that one. Grand level. Hilliard took the ball. Here they go again. Gia dances around one. Gives a handball to Whack. Whack kicks to a one-on-one contest. Top of the square. Well positioned, well placed. Good mark. And that was Brock Smith. So Brock Smith plays on quickly. Can he find a man? Inside the boundary he can. The boundary umpire had a close call to make, but felt as though Jacob Belfer marked the ball inside the square, and he did. Plays on, goes back to full back to his teammate in Smith, who then in turn goes to his more experienced player in Kelty. Kelty to Pepper, and Pepper runs. Can he find a teammate? He can. Kick isn't great, but he gives him a working chance in Tom Long. Gets on his right foot. Whack, good contest. Causes a 50-50 ball, but Moe win that 50 ball through Ben Danaher. Grand level, centre half forward. Wood takes a player off the ball because it's a free kick to Sim. Plays on quickly. Nicely done, McDonald. Defensive 50. Goes straight down the guts of Moe. Can he find a teammate? He can, and that teammate is Tom Gray. Plays on quickly. Right side. Here we go. From a half forward flank. Morwell going to attack. Someone needs to be front of the pack. No one there at the minute except for Kelty. He's been good. Defensive 50. On his knees. Gets a handball out. Clearing the area. But only momentarily because Brandler takes a mark at right half forward flank for Morwell. His side trailing by 23 points.
Left foot kick goes inside forward 50. Big pack forms. Out the back is Jacobson. It gets to him. He stops and props, and then quick tackle from Pratt. Loses the football. Still in there. Pratt just kicked over his shoulder. Comes the other way quickly. Oh, McDonald, take your pick. McDonald with the flight.
And the
Right
siren as well.
on the half-time siren.
The mark paid.
The mark was paid. The siren then sounded. McDonald's a bit sore, so is Quigley. But he's got all the time in the world, Brandon McDonald. And it's 23 points. And just going into half-time, this will be crucial, Poppy.
He kicks the goal. They outscore them for this quarter. He doesn't. Well,
They don't.
they don't. Pretty simple math, isn't it?
A much needed goal at half time. You'd think the boys of Tigers Land will be up and about. If he kicks it, he leans back on it. It comes from right to left. And that could be the momentum swing going into half time as McDonald puts it through. And on the half time siren, the margin's back to 17 points. Paul Carter.
On McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, as you say, Darryl, the last 4 goals of the match in the last 11 minutes.
3 great games on our hands at the moment. We'll keep you up to date as that progresses. And the third quarter is away.
All right, Morrow gets the tap down. They want to break the centre square. They can't. And we see a little bit more of what we've seen for a lot of the first half. And that is the umpire taking control and balling it up. So just reminding you of the scores here at Moe's home ground. It's Moe 6-7-43, Morwell 4-2-26, and they go for it again. The smother off the boot actually was a Moe smother. I tell you what, Sim was unlucky to get caught for holding the ball there. Around about centre half back for Morwell. The free kick will be taken by Boyd Bailey. So Boyd Bailey looks up. He's going to go long and direct. Nice leg, left foot leg. 2-on-1 contest though. Good contest though it was by McDonald at ground level to keep the ball in the area. That's after Brandon McDonald contested in the air. So another ball up. Centre half forward true. Morwell into attack. Morrow gets front position. Can he find a teammate? He can. That teammate is Blazer. Kick around the body. Woods taps it in the front. Sim in the sloppy centre square. Well, at least a slow. About a slow 6, I reckon. Gets a quick kick away to centre half forward. 2-on-2 contest. Who's going to be first there? I thought holding the player without the ball. Free kick wasn't played. Nicely done. Picking it up is Mulqueen. 1-on-1 contest. Jack took his opponent out of the ball. I tell you what, it must have got a fingertip to it, someone from Morwell, because the umpire said it was touched.
Jim Mulqueen's given that little bit of bite down across half forward. I really like the way he plays.
3 straight goals of margin now for the Lions. Walsh has it, chips it over the top to Cooling. On the defensive 50, quickly plays on, gives the hands to the run of Walsh. Chips it over the top to the wing. Hilliard's going to fly! Can't quite get a hand on it. And a push in the back. He said he had a hand on the free kick to Van Dyke, and they are mates off the field as well.
You need to take them for the free kick not to be paid.
Van Dyke goes towards over the back of the head. It just lands in the hands of Wood. There's a one-on-one battle in the front, and Wood just read it well. Wood chisels a kick towards Jackson. Pepper got rid of the long sleeves, couldn't mark. And now the Tigers get it. Jacobson can clear this out to Brendan McAuliffe. Good mark on the defensive 50. He looked to handball. I think maybe an instruction from the Tigers might be to try and run it out of the back half, because there, again, McFarland, and this is a key directive for the Tigers. As they run it out, they kick the half forward. A little bit of one-on-one action between McDonald and Pratt took him on, had a long time to get rid of it, gave a handle up to Biffin. Biffin went through a couple, little toe poke, Quigley said I'll pick it up, and straight through Matthew Haywood. And he was up to the battle as well, wrapped him up in the tackle. The umpire said, my ball will ball it up centre wing. Margin sits at 18 points, 3 minutes in.
It's an employer Morwell, I can get to see why they chip it around. They don't have the height that Maui do have, but they're just going to be a little bit better with foot.
Alright, just short of right half forward flank, Whack was caught behind the ball. Blazer tries to bust the pack. Some good, strong, but fair play from both sides. Focus on the ball. And now Morrow will contest with Whack. Morrow gets front position, therefore gets first hand on the ball and second, taken without the ball, tries to play for the free kick, doesn't get it. Whack gives and off they go to Morwell through Boyd Bailey. Good use of the ball, finds Brandler. Brandler on the left, can he find McDonald? He can! The hero of the second quarter with 3 has got the opportunity to kick his 4th and edge the visiting side, his side, Morwell, that little bit closer. At the moment, Moe 6'8", Morwell 4'2". McDonald from 45, plays on, gets a fair bit of wedge on it, goes high, hasn't got the distance marked, last line of defence, no touched, and then over the line, one behind Paul Carter.
That brings them back to the 17-point margin. We had at half-time. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 6'8", 44, Morwell 4'3", 27, 4 minutes played, third quarter.
Brock Smith has it in front of the can bar, kicks it nearly to the can bar. It's out of bounds on the full. Eric kick as the Tigers will win this one. Brandon McCall. Just keep an eye on the way the Tigers transfer out of the back half. I've noticed 3 times now in this third quarter, it's all about handball and run. As McAuliffe goes in the directions of Gray, who just got underneath it, had to work hard at ground level again. Quigley comes in to help. Nice little kick off the ground there was from Van Dyke. The Tigers have got some numbers though. Head over it was Blazer. Umpire letting this one go. Pops out there from Brooks. Skating to see him. Ran down from behind. Gets to the far side. Jacobson's there. Handball's inboard now to Cooling. In it. He goes backwards 15 metres.
That's all right.
Walsh has it. Can square it out lateral. They got 2 numbers out there. Bailey's one of those. Anderson said just kick it on forward. We've got a mismatch. I don't know where it was. I didn't see it. Brandel was there. Maybe that's the mismatch. Brandel stands up in it, gets it on his left foot, kicks towards Lopez, shoved out. Fair enough though. And the mark was taken by Biffin, who can square it up to turn it over. McDonald will handle over the top, gives it up. No, the Tigers have got numbers. They've got to get something out of this. They can't. Smith comes the other way. The Lions have done well. Holding it in was Haywood, and that was a let-off.
Jeez, there's some sloppy play.
Errors there.
Some sloppy play. Anyway, it's in Morwell's forward 50. They trail by just 17 points. 5 minutes gone, third quarter here at Moe. Moe got off to a flyer, led by 42. The margin, as I said, 17 points. And into attack again they go. Now, the bar's been lifted by both clubs.
Now too, there's an injury concern here. And
is it McDonald from Morwell?
No, I think is it Quigley, yep. And he's in a bit of strife too. He's holding on one knee, one leg.
I don't think you hold the ball up for a player that's...
It was interesting because the water carrier from Moe came out to the stoppage. We're thinking, what's going on here? The umpire said, just wait, let's let him clear the area. They're still waiting for him.
Well, they
don't need to.
It's not a blood rule.
No. And now they decide to ball it up, Bobby.
All right, here we go. Let's give a take 2 as Morwell again trying to grab that ball inside their forward 50, but good composure from Moe as they kick the ball out of defensive 50. They gain all 50 or 60 yards, but only as far as Zach Anderson, who takes and goes, and Morwell will go inside forward 50 again, dancing around a couple as James Jacobson goes inside. Can he find a teammate? He can't. They've been good. Good mark by Tyler Biffin.
Tyson Biffin.
Tyson Biffin, I should say.
Half back comes inboard to Seppi. Margin sits at 17 points for the Lions. The Tigers have got all the player in that second quarter. No scorers yet. Good mark over the top from Pepper. Can run to the wing, chip into open space. It's a foot race now. Wood and Walsh. Wood ducks ahead. Walsh wraps him up. All fair. Great little one-on-one battle.
That was brilliant one-on-one.
Between the experience of the youngster. And we have a stoppage top of the 50 for the Lions. Moran puts his hands up to take the ruck duties. Wack says, I'll do it against you. Tap down. Danaher wrapped up straight away. The umpire will do it again, Box. As he's working wonders down there. Nick Lucchino for Carpet Country. He's just on the floor at the moment.
Inside forward 50. Nicely done, Mo. Get first touch at it. Morwell need to stand up. They need to stay in touch. They can just take this margin back a little bit in this third quarter. They'll go into the last quarter believing they can win the game. The battle's on. Nicely done. Morrow from 75 kicks to within 30. Follow the ball. Who's going to get first hands on it? It's Moe.
Throw.
But a throw has been called and it's going to go the way of Morwell. Zach Anderson. Zach Anderson has the ball. Gives ground. Keeps possession. Nicely done. They work their way from defensive 50 towards the outer side of the ground. Nicely done by Blewett to Cooling. Cooling goes short to McDonald. And McDonald from left half back. They play on quickly and they're starting to find some gaps to make their opponents pay. Tom Gray, left half forward flank, goes short again. Just outside 50, LaPraise. Kicks to the corridor. 2-on-1 contest. Out the back. They just need to bounce. They can't. And good work there by Tom Long, who was taking ball on all, and the umpire says, well, I'll tell you what, I'll ball it up.
He's taken them on. So the umpire, they've been pretty hot on that all afternoon.
Yep.
He's taken them on.
So ball up inside forward 50. Comes to ground level. Brock Smith handballs towards the boundary line. McFarlane tried to kick it off the ground. Missed it. Danaher's been busy. Handball over the shoulder. Here's Van Dyke. Comes dangerously inboard, but it's a neat kick. Jacob Woods, very good. And he turns around and wheels. He kicks it over the top. It's Sim and McDonald. Woo! Speedsters, go for it. Blewett will come in to help. Sim does well. Grabs it. Steps inside one. Dribble. Through the middle. Zambrero goal and a contender. And I'll go back to Jacob Wood. Kick it to open space. Sim ran onto a beat two of them and put it through.
What a foot race that was for a start.
Yeah.
McDonald versus Sim. You know what the thing about Sim was, he just had the composure. He just read the ball very well. He's had great feet all day too in regards to the way he's used the ball and the way he's run and carried, and he's just done the same thing there. Smart play too, didn't try and overdo it, just a little check side kick inside for a goal, and that was great to watch. And well done to Jacob Wood to start it all off.
McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard sees Murray back out to a 23-point lead. We've played 9 minutes in the third quarter. Murray 7-8-50, Morwell 4-3-27.
If you're out and about, grab the McValue bundle. This is for you, Boxer. Just $26.95 at Macca's drive-through today. And the way Poppy's walking, you might be going through the drive-through to get 40 chicken nuggets.
Jesus. We're in trouble.
Gray back in the middle, do the ruck duties with Prowse. Prowse clearly won it down, and the groundwork was okay. Didn't quite have it in the end. Wack stood up in a Danaher tackle, and the umpire says, let's do it again.
Isn't it lucky you qualified for your seniors card last week? So you're lucky, you might get those benefits now, mate.
For those that don't know, this is one of the most courageous efforts you've seen in the commentary box forever. I should be in bloody hospital, but here I am, toughing it out like these boys from Morwell and Moe. 7-8-50 to Morwell 4-3-27. 23 points the difference. 10 minutes gone in the third quarter. The ball in the middle right now. Morwell first hands on the ball, but Moe's efforts have been pretty good for all of the day, haven't they?
It's slippery in that middle.
It is too.
The rest of the ground is beautiful. There's 2 cricket wicket slabs in there, and it's very slippery.
Just a real quick one, Scud, with Aiden quickly. Good news for the Tigers. He's looking like warming back up to go back up the ground. It was just the information I get was a stinger.
Okay.
A stinger on the knee.
Okay. Free kick to the lines in the middle of the ground, and 50-metre penalty for a little bit of lip from Wack. And the umpire said, I'll whack you. And we'll give you a 50-metre penalty. So the veteran Tommy Long will have a shot. The man on the mark will be 40 metres out. He'll kick it from 45.
These ones hurt. These are the ones, like Moore just had himself back in the game. Long puts this one back through, and all the hard work that Moore's done to get themselves back into the game just could be slipping right away from them.
23 points at the moment with Long shot on goal from 45. Starts it to the right and brings it back and puts it through. And you're exactly right, Box. These ones are hurt.
They do. They really hurt, and just those little decisions you make out there as a footballer. Back in the day, you could probably get away with it, but today the rules are that you can't back chat, you can't talk to the umpire, and unfortunately, these are the things that cost you. You know, these goals here now that I'll be ruined after that one there.
And it's a 29-point lead to Murray. 11 minutes played into the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has a line on 8-8-56. Morwell 4-3-27.
Scud at Kennedy Stadium. It is a close one down there.
Which stadium?
UTAS, I think it is.
Tasmania.
Write it down on a piece of paper, alright?
We'll get back to you in a moment, Box, when you compose yourself. The ball's been thrown up. No one can really win it. Back to you now for Harvey Norman Furniture.
3-point game. It's a 3-point game.
I can't. That's emotional.
I can't do it.
It's a 3-point game. For those out there listening.
Whenever it gets tough, you'll hear Nick Latino crying in the background. Ball now, left half forward flank, and they find it when they can. They need to stop the flow of Moe. A nice mark taken by Quigley. Goes short. Well, the angle isn't great, but he's marginally closer. The player Adam Brandler,
Left footer.
he's a left footer and kicking from the side that would prefer a right, and he will need to be absolutely deadly.
No breeze.
No breeze whatsoever. Nice kick of the ball. But they need to find goals when maybe you wouldn't back them to do it. So Brandler now, that left foot, distance on a prop. The umpire hasn't moved too much either. I tell you what, I reckon he's got it. Nice goal by Adam Brandler. And they've stopped the flow and they've edged closer again. The game remains hot.
And it's one of those things about Brandler too, just this quarter as well, he's just really started to get him into the game. Obviously the first half he's just sort of standing himself out in the Gippsland League at the moment too, and done some really good things with this quarter now. He's presented well, and that kick was an absolute ripper from the wrong side of the ground for a left footer.
Margin back to 23 points in Moe's favour. We've played 13 minutes into the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Moe 88.56, Morwell now up to 5-3-33.
If nothing works for your knee, Poppy, head to the Morwell Bowling Club tonight for a pot and palmer. Only $20. Starts at 5:30 as Moe win the clearance again. Goes to half forward. Mulqueen wrapped up in a blue at tackle. The umpire very quick to say my ball. Sometimes you just want to let it go, Box.
And if you ring through, they'll be able to pick up the door wheelie in.
Is that what they do, really?
Yeah, they do. Yes.
Catch all the AFL games live in their club lounge as well at the Morwell Bowling Club. Stoppage inside 50 for the Lions. And Anderson was quickly wrapped up in the tackle. We're going to do it again.
Now, Scott, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland, I was sort of trying to say this before. It is Hawthorn 99.63. They lead North 95.59.
So back ball in the field of play in the middle of the. Sorry, that was a ball up. That was not a boundary throw in. We're going to do it again though. Another stoppage after stoppage. And the Tigers will take this. The Lions want to sort of break it open from this area. The margin's back out to 23 points again. Big tap there by Prowse, and we'll have another stalemate as we'll do it again.
Really important that Morwell get the next major score at least, because that margin now 23 points with a quarter to go after this. We're 14 minutes gone and Moe into attack. They just need to edge closer to give themselves a chance and believe that they're capable of winning it. So some sensational efforts in this quarter. The most notable was the goal that Scud called a few moments ago when Wood found Sim on the run, and like Carl Lewis, he busted the pack and found the goals beautifully. Now we're inside forward 50. Moe into attack. Front of the pack is Morwell, ground level, nicely done. And Morwell through Brandler, who kicked the last goal. He's doing a super effort. Towards the outer side still, it's going to be Moe. Nice strong mark by Prowse.
Yeah, uncontested in the end, did Prowse on the wing. And he just chips it over the top, not 15, you'd think that'd be play on, although it is called now. Seppi gets onto that favoured left foot, drives it inside forward 50, over the back was Danaher, giving away the free kick. He did in the end, and Quigley will win the mark. And Quigley looks to switch it up. Couldn't quite do so on that occasion. Decides to kick it back down the line, and just Gray just allowed Declan Kelly to come in, and Kelly goes back inside, forward 50 and finds Christian Jacks. You've got to continue with your effort and your competing, and that's sometimes what young kids do.
That's the difference between the experienced and non-experienced players. And you're right, Tom Gray stopped. He just stopped.
And Kelty's the best of the best.
He can read the play beautifully, and he read it well. And the one thing about Kelty, he didn't stop and prop and just wait. He continued to flow on, so the ball kept moving. Perfect opportunity now for Jacks to kick a goal.
So Jacks comes in, he's already got 2 this afternoon, 16 minutes into the third quarter, sends it on its way, keeps it skinny, and he kept it to his near side, which is our far side. For a minor score, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 40 chicken nuggets, and a tangy Cajun sauce at Macca's drive-through today.
8-9-57 to 5-3-33, 24-point lead for Moe.
Double standards in this place.
Zach Anderson comes in to give kicks to Whack. Now let's see if they try and run this out. They've had some success early, and now they get it out wide. Quigley, good little shepherd there by Linton. Quickly can hit target Giath on centre wing. We haven't seen much of his run and flair from Giath. Goes inboard to McAuliffe, who takes the mark. McAuliffe looks across the field. He's got Walsh on if he wants him, and he's got him. It took a long time to get there. Walsh is after someone to lead at him, and that person might be the smallest guy on the field, Jake Suter. He did well. Looks up, has to chip over the top to Lopez. Not sure that was the right option. Comes to ground though. It bounces fortuitously for the Tigers as Jacobson got it, and then Lopez just got the handball away. Whack! Arched the back and got around the would-be tackler. Giath was there, taps it across, but good work by Smith. Can find the target? No. Whack was able to cause the contest. Drives it back in. Does it get over the back to McDonald? It does. And he has been paid, not the mark. The umpire said play on. Now you're holding the footy. And Declan Kelly's been a rock back there this afternoon.
Touch off the boot it was, the play was the call. I'm not sure that McDonald knew.
Brock Smith got the touch inside.
Blaze up goes to Van Dyke, half-back flank of the Lions.
So the Lions get out of trouble on that occasion. The bar's definitely been lifted by both sides as they come left half forward flank, one-on-one contest. Oh, gee, I thought there was holding going on from Pepper. Player was the call. Blindside umpire couldn't see. He can see this ball up left half forward flank.
Talk about a bar. Look, the can bar today, guys.
Hey, that is, what are we going to call it? 10 deep, yeah.
10 deep.
That's not lying.
No, not wrong. Most with the can in the left hand and the right. Good work, boys. Keep it up as we go now. Morwell through the centre. If they can get it over the top, they've got some run. They can get it over the top, and they're running. Nicely done, McCoy. Can he find a winner? Around inside forward 50. I tell you what, good. Oh, so close to a mark. The umpire says play on. Ground level Morwell have got the numbers. Can they find the goals? They go for goals. Can Brownlow make it 2 in a couple of minutes? He cannot offline that time. A minor score, Paul Carter.
It's a 23-point lead to Moe at the 18.5 minute mark of the third quarter. Moe 8-9-57. Morwell now up to 5-4-34.
So bringing this in will be Tyson Biffin from the full back line. 19 minutes have gone into the third quarter. It's round one of the Olympia Energy Gippsland League, and Biffin goes towards the can bar. Declan Kelty's been great. Takes the mark in his defensive 50, goes inboard on the 45 to Blazer. Can't quite complete the mark. Play on to the umpire. McDonald's there. Gives it off to Bailey. He goes one more by hand. Tried to get it out to Hillier. Comes in the other way was Tommy Long. Hillier works at ground level. Long wraps him up in the tackle. Good battle. Brooks comes the other way. Handballs out now to Seppi. He's a left footer, but he's on the wrong side. He takes on Quigley and he tries the left foot banana kick. It works at this occasion. Gets towards half forward. Back goes Baran. Just shoves the opponent out the way. Goes to the ground. Over the shoulder. Free kick to Baran. Well done.
Does he worked hard there for the big fella?
Matt Baran has it too far out to score. He's 70 metres out. He looks up. Chips it over the top. Seppi on the left foot. Goes low. Didn't work out. Quigley put a hand in and then won the footy. Kicks towards McDonald on the wing, who can take the mark.
And he does too, out of side wing, looks left, looks right, wants to go long, goes long along the half-forward flank. I'm not sure where he was going, but it wasn't to Tom Long. That's the bloke that got it. And he got it easily. It wasn't a Morwell player within 20 metres of him. Now they go from centre half back towards the grandstand side. Giath needs to make something out of nothing. He's done well. He's put his hand in the contest and given his teammates time, but not enough because with composure and Giath slow to get up. Moe start to go forward. They do it through Danaher. That left leg can be deadly. Kicks towards Jack. Jack flies hard. Ball bounces out the back. The race is on. Zach Anderson leads that race. He wants the boundary. You'd think. No, he keeps the ball in. Leg dangerous. The umpire says leg. And Zach Anderson gets the free kick. Goes short. Oh, every time they go short, you take a deep breath because it hasn't paid off more times than it has. And he goes short again. This time, it's going to be Campbell Blewett who takes the mark, dances around the man on the mark, and then kicks short. Yeah, nicely done. Gee, they're taking their time, but they're doing it well. Jamie Jacobson goes over the top. They've got some run too. To Boyd Bailey. Left leg long. Oh, get over the top. Cut up nicely. That was by Bell.
What about Jamie Jacobson? Still running around, is he?
James Jacobson.
Whack, picks this one off, chips it over the top. The Tigers on the turnover.
Nice.
Drills it down McDonald's throat. I'll just go back a second. What about the candy from Campbell Blewett?
Unbelievable. I liked it. It looked like he was going to go to Bailey too, but showed a bit. There was a nice little finish there too.
Not sure I've ever seen a Blewett sell some candy like that before.
His old man ate candy.
Important goal for the Tigers coming up. Brandon McDonald directly in front. He's got 4 this afternoon. And the margin gets back into the teens. It's 17 points now.
There was a great build up there. Again, it was just another intercept mark there by Whack, and he just plays both ends of the ground, doesn't he, Poppy? And he just runs the ground really well. It was a great little build up there by Morwell as well. And like I said, it started with Blewett and Boyd Bailey down the back there, and great finish there by B. McDonald.
And back to the half-time margin of 17 points at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Murray 8-9-57, Morwell 6-4-40.
So centre break important here, as Paul Carter pointed out. 17-point margin is what it was at half time. We want to see them edge closer because we love to see a good game. Game very much alive. 8-9 to 6-4. Kicking off the season with a win, absolutely crucial for all sorts of reasons. In a competition that we expect is going to be pretty even, all the way down to about 8th. Moe, can they get it out? They can. Nice quick kick forward, inside forward 50. Nice mark too, taken by Prowse, the big man, Nick Prowse. On a 45-degree angle, will kick from around about 40 to 45 himself. Not sure of any kicking for goal, but he's looked all right today.
Just a miss kick there from the midfielder of Moe. I just couldn't pick up who it was, but it was just on the right side. Open space inside 50, and Blue was just caught outside, just landing on the right side of Prowse's arms.
So that's 17-point margin. Can it become 23? Prowse from 45, maybe 40. Off the boot, doesn't look too bad. Maybe across the face of goals. Is across the face of goals. 23 minutes ticked over. And now it's an 18-point margin, Paul Carter.
8-10-58 Murray to Morwell 6-4-40. McDonald's Gippsland scored. We now play 23 minutes third
We'll
quarter.
just quickly go around the grounds. Thanks to Home and Norman Furniture, Gippsland, and the netball in the A-grade game here, and it was Morwell defeated Moe 54 to 51.
Here they go again, the Tigers, with this run and carry out at half back. They get it outside their 50. They've done well. McDonald twisting and turning, goes inboard. It's going to be good. Linton can take the mark. Now the run comes again from half back. They got one on the wing. They go to Brandle. Out there is Jacobson. Does he get the front spot? He does. Goes to ground though. Brandle now and Seppi. Brandle did well. Kicks it high towards half forward. Nicely done by Van Dyke to come and spoil. And we'll get it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Geez, it's high-risk football they're playing.
High risk, but how quick is Declan Kelby? How quick is he?
The Tigers need to move it quick like they just did out of their back half.
Good using that fat side.
And Moe being very good across half back. We can update the final score in the A-grade netball as well, Boxer. We'll get to that in a moment for you. Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. We've got a boundary throw-in here.
I'm pretty sure I just read the scores out.
Of the netball.
Yes.
Winners?
51-54 Morwell's way. I didn't care.
Don't really listen too much to you, Boxer. Thank you very much. Good work by Morrow. Squeezed the handball out the back. That's one was Ferrado, who kicked it forward. Gets to the back where Linton is. Handball to a teammate in Jacobson. Left foot chip kick over the top. Good to McFarlane. He looked to come in board. Oh, the runner got in the way there. It didn't matter. Will Clare was able to take the mark for the Tigers. A little bit of run. He's indecisive where he wants to go, so he goes laterally backwards to Walsh.
Oh, going to be quick.
Wood's quick kick to Makepeace it is, and Wood just stops. Oh, nearly turned and went. Makepeace's kick to good to McAuliffe. He's got Suda.
Settle. Wait for a player to become available. He looked up, he had 4 players of the opposition, he wanted to go.
Yeah, and he had to wait, and then in the end did go, and there's still no one there. And that's nearly a free kick in the back.
It is.
And it will be to to Danaher it is. And you're exactly right, Poppy. He was never going to go down that line because the Moe lines had the numbers. Danaher's kick went backwards. Brock Smith has had to go and chase it. He had plenty of time and found Declan Kelby in the back pocket.
He's been steady, as you'd expect him to be, one of the more experienced and well-balanced players in the competition. He goes short, finds a teammate in Cox Edge, defensive 50, through the guts, finds Morrow now. Long, looping handball to Pepper. Pepper goes along the line to Blazer. Can he fend off an opponent? Well, he can, and he can do it long enough to find Pepper again. Pepper goes to Jack, one hand. Who needs 2 hands? Not this bloke. Good mark, good take. Jack's in the left forward pocket with a scoreboard to his left and the boundary just a metre to his left. He's going to kick around the body. The umpire says, just jump on the other side of that boundary if you don't mind. And like you see on TV with the AFL players kicking around the body, and exactly what he's going to do. Jacks, his team leading by 18. Off the boot, looks good. Beautiful goal, Jacks. Brings up another. And could that be the sealer? Time will tell.
Yeah, the build-up was great. The mark was even better, but I just like the way that Harry Pepper brought the ball in. He put enough air in the ball just to give Jacks the opportunity to jump by that at it. And even though it was a one-handed mark, it was just the way the ball was falling into his arms that was a great mark there and great finish there too. So well done to the Lions. That was a great build-up from there and the half-back run again.
And it's a 4-goal margin, 24 points in favour of Moe at the 26-minute mark. 1964 to Morwell 6440. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Jack's also put in a contender, I reckon, for the goal of the day, thanks to Zambrero. Try the best burrito in town. Zam right, they do. And back to the middle again. Whack tapped it, cleared the congested area. Blazer comes in, so hard was low press. Nice little squeeze handball from Bailey to McAuliffe. There's a bit of a dust up in the middle of the ground as well. Keep an eye on that boxer. Brandle's there as well. Lost it, didn't have it with the football. They said play on. Brock Smith did well. Gave it to the run at half back of Pratt. Goes towards Baran. Wood nearly interrupted him. Baran takes a strong mark right in the middle of the ground.
He's presented well today, Scud.
Looks up. He's on the ice skating rink here at Ted Sutherland Reserve. Goes out wide. Got to go hard to Bailey. Nice little spoil. Gets to ground level. It's going to elude Jacobson, or does it? No, it does go over for a boundary throw-in on the far side. 27 and a half minutes gone. The margin sits at 24 points. And as Poppy said, that goal at the 26-minute mark might just be enough going into three-quarter time for the Lions. Ball's on the far side of the ground as we look at it. Great Saturday afternoon, ground in great condition except for the middle of the ground, just a little bit slippery. Front spot was Morrow. McFarlane though coughed it up to Sim. Little check kick in the front spot though is Hearn, who overran it. Jackson's over to pick it up, kick the banana and miss. Oh, put it through. Well, he didn't even celebrate in the end, and there's a contender for the Zambrero goal today. And that's gone through. That's going to hurt the Tigers now with the margin being 30 points closing in on three-quarter time.
Oh, we wish we had a stat for goal assist for the game today too, because Harry Sim would be right up there for the Lions. His ball use inside 50, even though fortuitously it was good, worked out well for Jacks. He's worked really hard today, Sim, got that ball inside 50, so it was a great build-up and a great finish.
30-point margin, as Darryl said, at the 28-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scored. Murray 10-10-70. Morwell 6-4-40.
Okay, probably the dying seconds of this particular quarter with 6 goals scored. We've played 28, nearly 29 minutes gone. Wack waited for the tap to come from the opposition ruckman and took the tap and kicked the ball, well, threatening forward 50. McDonald goes in to try to move it even further forward, but again that player in Kelly settles, finds a teammate in, is it Benny Morrow, the right half-back flank? Not sure, goes short. And maybe Cox Edge, I'm guessing now, from the outer side, right back flank, goes inboard, nice leg to it, was to find Mulqueen, he wants to play on, thinks about it, see how it does, Blazer, he takes the ball, and he's found a teammate, the 50's being paid, so this will bring Moe, this will be the sealer, and I hate to say it, three-quarter time, as a three-quarter time siren goes, they're 30 points up, it can become 36. If you can manage a goal from 50 metres, it wasn't much of a 50. Is it a 50 metres?
Yeah, 50-metre penalty. There's,
didn't he have the ball in the centre of the square?
Centre of the square. The guy, and Jacob Wood's asking.
That's 30 metres.
Yep. The guy on the mark is at 46 metres, 47 metres.
Wow, that's the shortest 50 I've ever seen paid. But anyway, let's see if they can make them pay.
Mulqueen it is.
So Mulqueen from 50, off the boot, looks pretty neat. Distance not a problem, accuracy is a problem. So a minor change to that three-quarter time score, Paul Carter.
We have a 31-point margin in Murray's favour at three-quarter times, and McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard showing that the Lions 10-11-71, leading more 6-4.
Hold for footy aloft. It's 31-point margin. The Lions. It's the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers in the middle of the ground. Good work by Danaher. Caught a throw though in the end. The free kick's going to go the way of Quigley.
Need a goal. Need first goal. Morwell.
So Quigley has it right in the middle of Ted Summerton Reserve. Just waiting and waiting. Hasn't got rid of the footy yet. Has nowhere really to go. Decides to get the call play on and then has to kick it high in towards McDonald's. 2-1-1. Front square there was Bailey. Just left it behind and allowed the tackler from Moe to come in. But a free kick for in the back, I believe. It's going to go the Tigers' way.
Well, Bailey, this is a coach's, captain's slash goal, if ever you need one. And you'd be backing him in, wouldn't you, with that left foot?
Yeah, he's a certain goal kicker. The distance won't be a problem for kicking from 45 box.
No, it won't be. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. We've seen more come from these games last year, come back from games like this a couple of times last year, and a couple of times they ran short as well. So these slow starts may be, again, an earth for them this afternoon.
Well, a minute into this first quarter, this is a must start for the Tigers as Bailey, left foot kick on its way. Has it got the distance? just to the line. The umpire says it has. You find it's a goal, and inside a minute the Tigers get the first, and it's just what the Tigers wanted.
Can't go to the video replay for that one there, Poppy. But it did carry enough for them. That's the one they needed. It looks like the score at end, isn't it, this end here? So a lot of goals kicked down towards the scoreboard end. And again, a great little start there. What you said, Pop, exactly what the Tigers needed. I just need a few more on end from you.
Brings the margin to 25 points. As we said at the 1.5 minute mark of this quarter, the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard has Murray 10-11-71, Morwell now up to 7-4-46.
Well, the Tigers have got one. They need the next one again, and you'll see a different feel in the game because they'll actually start to play like they believe they can win it. And I'm sure they wouldn't admit that they don't at the moment, but it seems unlikely. We all accept that. But 2 goals in a couple of minutes can change people's performance really quickly. The ball back in the centre. This time it's Morrow contesting the ruck, can't get the ball held in nicely, so everyone knows what's on the end of this, and it's a winning start to the season. Wack not contesting the ruck now, playing more of a ruck rover type role, puts his body on the line, can't take the ball though. Blazer comes out, he's so good when the pressure's on, goes out the back, the race is on for the ball. Who leads that race? Jacob Belfer is one of those players, knocks the ball in. Wack wants to apply the tackle to Morrow, left foot kick around the body, nice mark by Wood. We've seen him take nice marks before. The kick, well, I'm not sure that was his intended target, but Prowse took the mark. The big man marked inside forward 50, will kick from 45 on a 45-degree angle.
Just a little error there from young Blue. Just too much space between him and the player. Gave enough space there for Prowse to take an easy chest mark.
So it's 21 scoring shots, you're right. So it's 10 more scoring shots. But Morwell are only down by 4 goals. So they need to make more of the opportunities, and he's a perfect one for Prowse. From 45, off the boot, doesn't look too bad. Across the face of goals, needs to kill this ball. I reckon they're going to pay the mark.
Yep.
And it's going to go the way of Jacks, is it?
Yep.
It is. He's kicked 4. This could be 5, and we were talking at 3/4 time about best on ground performance. When a full forward kicks 5, you'd have to be in contention. Around the body, ever so easily. Guess what? There's a handful for Jacks.
2 key factors today for against the Tigers is big KJ down forward and Declan Kelby down back.
Oh, KJ.
Yeah, I just know.
I like it.
You like that?
Sort of Cujo-like, but KJ.
Well, he's been like an animal today, hasn't he? So we want it downstairs, Darryl, while we're doing that. And the coach down along the half-back line have been instrumental so far this afternoon to get that rebound goal for the Lions.
And back to 31 points in Murray's favour. 4 minutes played, final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. Murray 11-11-77 to Morwell 7-4-46.
We've got a best player down there for Morwell on that full side.
Yes, we have. Claire Marks was best on ground. She gets the Zambrero voucher, so well done to Claire.
Great job, Claire.
Got married not so long ago, just a week ago, in fact.
All right, a week's a long time in footy, and I tell you what, Moe making life a misery this week for Morwell. That margin, as we pointed out just a moment ago, has spun out to maybe a winnable one as they go forward again, inside forward 50. Some good numbers around the ball from both sides. Will all be beaten by the boundary. No quick kick. Wack got that ball, playing a kick behind the plate. Can he find a teammate? I tell you what, their disposal and their choices today have been disappointing. Scott Van Dyke, inside centre square, kicks to within 40. At the back of the pack was more. Are they going to get taken or are they? McDonald gets on the end of a handball, but he's tackled beautifully as well. And it's deserving of a free kick. Hence the tackle by Pepper. Now Pepper's going to go for Jacks or go for goal. No, he goes inboard. Now that is as easy as you'd like. As Wood takes a mark directly in front and only 20 metres from home.
Just Kieran Jacks opened up the space for him to get into the pocket. Jacob Wood, what, KJ then? What do you like that?
Well, I'm not sure it's Kieran, but...
I'm not talking.
Start to the cake.
I've had enough.
Just don't call him Karen. Wood. Drags the ball and missed what he should have taken. But anyway, it's another score, Paul Carter.
11-12-78 is Murray on the Harvey Norman Computers scored, leading by 32 points over Morwell, who are 7-4-46, and we've played almost 6 minutes.
Well, let's see if the Tigers can get something going out of the back half. Walsh goes short to the dead pocket where Jacobson takes the mark, looks up, no one really to present quickly, so do they look for the switch again? Possibly. Jacobson will go the switch, he now goes to Hearn, back in the goal square. And not nowhere else to go. Back to Jacobson again. Now they've got an extra one. They might find McFarlane, they do. Who had to work hard.
If you're playing that short game, your skills need to be pinpoint.
And they haven't been today.
No, they haven't, and there's an example.
Kick out wide and Van Dyke spoils it with a big fist. Boxer.
Yes, around the grounds thanks to Harvey North Furniture in Gippsland. The 3/4 time score was Traralgon 11-5-71, trail there, Gather 12-8-80. So
Wow, another close game there, wow.
And 130 9-7-61 to Sale 8-3-51.
Well, out of the ruck, Prowse tapped it straight down. Working hard there was Danaher. Bailey tackled him and was pinned for throwing the footy. So a free kick goes to Boyd Bailey. Stats for Azuzu Boyd Bailey.
It's his 24th disposal.
Handballs to Quigley, who gives it back to Bailey. He handballs further afield. Finds a teammate, or does he? Under a little bit of pressure, and the boundary line will beat them both, and we'll have a ball up. Boundary thrown in fast.
A little bit to work with during the week, haven't they, Pop?
Yeah, a lot to work with. I mean, you can't take anything away from Moe, but there's been too many mistakes, even not under pressure, from Morwell, and they're based on the wrong choices. You know, more than anything else. You can see what they want to do. They want to cut through the opposition and run the ball, but it's a high-risk game, and your skills need to be spot on to play that sort of game.
Bailey,
and first game in, it's always hard.
Yep.
I think for Moe too, the upside for Moe, they're fit. They are really fit. Their tackle pressure is still the same as what it was first minute of the game today.
Moe go forward again, quick kick around the body. Luke Mulqueen was there, couldn't quite mark it. Blewett did well, goes to the boundary line, and we'll happily see that over for a boundary throw-in.
I've only got one score in the North Gippsland Football League at the moment. It's Churchill 13-10-88. They lead Yarram 10-9-69.
Back here, it's a margin of 32 points in favour of Moe.
Why don't North Gippsland put up
I
their
don't
scores?
know.
Can you ever word to them? I
Every
mean,
year.
isn't Ace Radio a sponsor of those guys?
I'm not so sure. We don't. I don't think we're a major sponsor, but look, we asked the question.
Have a word to them,
Yeah,
please?
I certainly will during the week. I know the Gippsland League have certainly been proactive with it.
I've been very good.
and they're doing very well.
The Gippsland League, yes.
Goes towards Blazer and a spoil over the top from Cooling. Boundary thrown again.
And Mid Gippsland. They've been fantastic.
Well, we haven't started yet, but
That's what I'm saying. We can't. There's nothing
Haven't made a
to prove
mistake.
on yet. Yeah.
That's what we like. The listeners like to hear all the scores from around Gippsland. And as soon as they go online, we'll put them out there for you as well. And the free kick from this stoppage will be paid to Whack.
I just had a message from Mrs. Jacks. She said it's okay to call him Kieran as well.
Okay, so Whack handball across to Bailey. And then an inboard handball now to Quigley. Took on a tackler. Had to go to ground. Tapped down. Jumps in the hands of Bailey. Handball forward to Hillier. This is better ball movement. McDonald's the target. Brock Smith was his defender. McDonald tries to keep it in. Can't, does do so now. Kick off the ground there, nicely done from Brooks. Hillier tried to put some body on. Walsh does well. Little chip kick over the top, finds McFarlane. Inside forward 50.
No, you've got
They've
players.
got numbers, you're right, Poppy. They've got 2 on foot ones.
he wants to kick a goal from the boundary.
Not anymore, they don't. And now McFarlane goes to the top of the square. McDonald's going to have to beat 2 of them. And Biffin is just too experienced, too tall, and takes the mark.
Anyway, so defensive 50, Moe with numbers, they do it nicely. Van Dyke kicks, oh geez, a high kick, 1-on-1, no, 1-on-2. Tell you what, the ball falls short, nicely done, good pressure, the boundary will be the winner. Tell you what, it was close to it, depends on a full then, but
Little back heel.
it was there, the umpire will ball this one, or throw this one back in. Left half forward flank, Morwell kicking with his scoreboard end, the left of radio, nearly 10 minutes gone, final quarter. They trail by, what's that, a total of?
32.
Thank you. 32 points. Couldn't add up quick enough. Sorry, Nick. Ball comes back in. Nicely done by Prowse. He's been good today too. Left foot kick, standing start. Blazer, strong mark. Wants to play on. Does. Draws a player. Gives off and off they go. Batterhand. He's got all the time in the world to find Woods. Woods had so much time he fumbled what he wouldn't normally. Picks it up nicely. Looks up. Straightens. Kicks to a one-on-one contest. Cody one hand.
He's Mulqueen.
Mulqueen one hand. Rewind, moon step back.
I like his spot side. I like his spot side.
Yeah.
And I think just gives them a different dimension.
Yeah, they've rotated players nicely today. They look a lot more organised than what we saw them last year. I know they had all sorts of injury problems and so forth last year, but there's a lot to like about this side today because they have been challenged at times, but they've withstood the challenge, and Mulqueen now can extend that lead. Again, just not grabbing opportunities. That's probably the only blemish on their game today, I'd say.
In hindsight, that would be right.
Yes.
11-13, 79, a 33-point lead to Moe. On the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Morwell 7-4-46. We've played 11 minutes into the final quarter.
Ball to come back in from Morwell, straight down the gullet. Can they find a teammate? They cannot. A good mark in the end is Ferrado.
Yep.
Ferrado on that right side. Kicks to the top of the square. Jakes has got to run at it and he takes a leap at it, but he can't get his hands to it. Nicely done, ground level. He gives a second option. Blazer! Around the body but offline.
11-14, 80. Now a 34-point lead to Murray. Morwell 7-4-46, and it's now almost 12 minutes into the last quarter.
McDonald plays on. Sorry. He quickly plays on. He put it was 1 on 3 in the end. And Moe pushed it over for a boundary throw in front of the Canberra. That was on the Harvey Norman computers.
Absolutely was.
Even Ferrado's been a good get back for Moe as well. He wins a lot of the ball and gives him a lot of drive inside 50.
Free kick behind play. Didn't see that. Go the way of... Is it Bailey?
Yep. So Bailey has it on the defensive 50. He goes backwards to McDonald. Continues to switch out wide. Hearn's there. He's looking for the one down the field. He comes back inboard to Anderson who can take the mark. Now go out wide. He's got a couple out there. Clare just looked around and didn't want to go for the football, and then in the end, Tommy Long came in, socketed off the ground, ricocheted off his foot and went out of bounds. We're going to boundary throw him. You've got to, when it's your turn to go, it's your turn to go, Box.
100% Scud. And I think, look, the upside for both sides is they've got a lot of players to come back in, like both sides, but I think at least you can work with something now from round 1 onwards. The sort of blowout that Moe could have had against Morwell, so Morwell's got themselves back into it, but they're just going to work a lot harder with that skill level as well.
Yeah, Walsh in the back line, handball to Bailey, back to Walsh, little chip kick nicely done to McDonald, gives it back to Walsh who ran on. Hillier's got a little bit of space with Belfer, although Belfer in the front spot and then Hillier gives away a free kick over the shoulder, and that's a frustration one I think.
He's a good little player, Belfer, for a small frame player. He's good overhead as well.
He's been a good junior coming through the ranks as well. Belfer goes in the Kelty direction. Brandler kept his feet. Left foot kick is at the toes of Giat, who slipped over and then allowed Brooks to come in. Brooks handles over the top and to Pratt, who took on the tackle. Kelty's down. He's got cramp. I think that's all lucky. And Brooks' kick was smothered from McDonald and then gets stopped, and that's going to be a free kick, surely. And that will be. They go to Brooks. They want to get into him.
Oh, mate.
Free kick will go to McDonald, and there's a little bit going on. McDonald kicks to McFarlane, gets over his head. Van Dyke was able to read it better. Gives a handball off to Morrow. There's a bit of a dust up. Keep an eye on that. They are everywhere. Meanwhile, Danaher's got a handball. Gives it back to Mulqueen. He handles over the top to Belfer. They're still fighting, by the way. Run down Belfer from Brounder. Gives it to McFarlane. Handball. Gray just left it behind. Wood was there, twisting and turning. He's got no options because they're all bluing. Now they get up, and Brandon's going to take the mark and got cleaned up by Hearn. And the one who started the fight just blew a kiss to the Morwell coach's box, Dylan Brooks. As Brand will take the free kick on the top of the 50.
I don't know what he expected though, old mate. I mean, what he did was a free kick. He did the wrong thing.
Yep.
And he got confronted for it. I'm not sure why he's offended by it.
Absolutely. You dish out something, you're going to get something back.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matt Barand from about 50 in front of the Canberra rolls around, has a shot, he's going to keep it to the near side, doesn't make the distance, whack flew and landed heavily. Was it whack down there that landed heavily? It was a big tiger that flew. And there'll be a free kick, it's going against the Tigers. Hearn can't believe it.
Prowse?
Yeah, what happened
Go to Prowse.
He slung him after the ball and hit the ground as well, so it was just a silly brain freeze there from Hearn.
Yeah, frustration's starting to creep in now. Game's gone. 34 points down, 15 minutes gone.
Well, Prowse is looking for his first goal in a Moe Guernsey. He's had a couple, and he's got one now, and all of Moe go to him, and I mean all of Moe, barring 2 or 3. A lot of them go to him anyway in front of the Canberra, and well done to Nick Prowse. He gets his first goal for the Lions.
Yeah, nice little finish there from Prowse too, and he's really got himself into the game. He's rolled into it, first game for the club, finding his surroundings, and he's going to be a nice little acquisition. And looking at his brother on the boundary line too, he's a big sword as well. So Moe's got a lot of upside to look forward to.
40-point lead now to Murray at the 15-minute mark in the final quarter. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Murray 12-14-86, Morwell 7-4-46.
The margin's 40 points, but it's 26 scoring shots to 11, so it's probably complimentary, even though it's a sizable loss. It could have been so much worse. Moe have been pretty good today, the ball thrown up, and The tackle on wood by McDonald. You got some scores around the place you want to share with us, Nick?
No, not yet.
No, not
Just
yet.
North Gippy. I just don't have anything at the moment.
No.
So.
So Wood fights hard at centre half forward, keeps the ball in front of him, taps it forward, play on's the call, Morwell with numbers. They settle, they go through Jacobson, now McDonald with the ball, plays on, gets himself into trouble. Woods won't give you a second chance. Back to Jacobson, down the guts they go. Can they find a winner? There's three players there. Just one of them needs to pick it up. They do. Handball to advantage, but it's Moe again doing the hard work. Back in the pack. Now the big fella, Geoff, comes through. Numbers for Morwell. Geoff gets a second chance. And Moe ever so coolly, all white, no, play on. Whack! Standing start, 40 metres from nowhere. And a play, one behind.
Just some netball news for. We do know that the Tigers did win 54-51, but our Gippsland Isuzu Ute player of the day on the netball court goes to Ramea Gooley of Moe, and she's a very fine player for the Moe side. Coach, I believe, as well, Boxer.
She is the coach.
Van Dyke plays on, kicks it out wide, and finds a teammate in Smith, who comes back inboard to Seppi, takes the mark. Don't forget big moments. Brought to Bellamore Bowling Club this afternoon. You can go in and get a pot and palmer for $20 tonight from 5:30. The ball transfers to the wing area where Ben Morrow took the mark, and now kicks it to Blazer, who's all on his own. Gives a handball off to the runner in Tommy Long. The veteran continues to run. He goes inboard to Mulqueen. Another handball inboard again. And the kick from Coxedge gets over the top of Brand. Linton's back there as well. Closing quickly is Pepper. Although Linton handballs over the top to Jacobson. Backwards to Blewett. Blewett sold some candy again for the second time today. And the handball for the Tigers just missed. And then Linton got dumped after it. And again they go to, this time, in the firing line is Matthew Hayward, and we get another dust up in front of the can bar. Blewett's in there, Belford's in there as well. Meanwhile, the boundary umpire throws it in. Keep watching on that one, Poppy. Out the back, Anderson there with Blazer. Anderson handballs back to Bailey. Chips it over the top. Giath has got to get his hands up, and he does. Takes the mark. Looks to roll and go, and he does. Plays on, steps around Wood. Right foot kick goes half forward, no one's there, and Pratt, well, he dropped the mark that he should have taken. McDonald looks for the free kick, play on to the umpire, Smith was there, Pratt got one over the shoulder, and Jacobs, no, I'm going to say Harris, the umpire said, wasn't high, as Suter gets up and runs away from the crime.
Yeah, that was a mistake by McDonald. You just keep going to the umpire says, yes, stop. Just don't play for it. I know it's late to the game, but just continue to move forward with it.
Morrow gets the tap down, Whack does the roaming, coming through nicely for Morwell was quickly, handballs inside forward 50, at grand level, nicely done it was by Brandler, keeps the ball in that forward 50 area, but the umpire will take control. 19 minutes gone, final quarter, 12-14-86 Moe, Morwell 7-5-47, 45 metres from Morwell's goals, they're kicking to the scoreboard end. Nicely rode by the big fella in Ben Danaher, left foot kick, gets it out, but taken off, nicely done by Giath. He kicks to the top of the square, guess what? All Moe, absolutely all Moe. Scott Van Dyke, the easiest of marks, he plays on nicely, finds his teammate there. Is it Declan Kelly? Not sure. Out of side of the ground. I thought it looked like 15.
Yeah, Brock Smith.
So now left half forward, play on's the call. Could be Sim, is it?
Yep.
No, it's not. I guess. Okay, Sim from outside wing. Giath taken off the ball, and they've got Benny Morrow who takes a mark and then kicks along the line around half forward flank. Good mark by Prowse. He's been busy today, hasn't he?
Yep.
Lot to like about the game he's played. Just stole finding his feet. He plays on to Sim. Sim the lead on. Ever so sweet. Number 5 is Declan Kelty, who's can play at either end of the ground in a key position. In fact, he can one of those rare players that can play in almost every position on the ground. Such is his athleticism, great skills.
Can he pinch the best on ground for Gippsland Isuzu Ute ahead of Kristen Jacks?
Yeah, it'll be close, won't it? And a lot might depend on this particular kick he plays on, though. Gives it off to Scott Van Dyke, who kicks for goal. It's within a metre. Punched over the back, and now Morwell run their way out through numbers. They've got an option here too. That option is Hillier, who takes the mark. And I feel as though Hillier wants to take a body if he gets a chance. There it goes there. I could see it coming. He wanted to go. Hillier, he wanted to go.
That's Pepper as well.
Yeah, I could see it even before he took the mark that he was going to... When he came off the ground a minute ago, he was very frustrated as Morrow now grabs the ball and kicks toward forward 50. And it's a nice mark that's been taken by Morwell in that defensive 50
Whoa.
area.
Hey,
Yeah, he's been reported, has he?
Who's that, Seppi?
Yeah.
that's crazy.
There'll be a
by Stevie.
send-off.
That's crazy, right in front of the umpire. What was he thinking then? That was the biggest
Yeah.
brain fade you ever want to see.
Well, they're still going at it. There's 50 metres being paid at the moment as well.
Oh,
Morrow's in
nice.
there with McAuliffe. And there'll be a couple of send-offs as well.
Yeah, I reckon. I'll tell you what.
Meanwhile, it's a 100 metre penalty, or 50 metre penalty is, and Jacobson has the footy.
He hasn't even sent a player off.
Oh, there you go. Anderson handles over the top to Walsh. Walsh goes back inboard to Anderson, and Anderson can kick towards Gray. And Gray can take the mark directly in front, who cramps as well. 21.5 minutes gone. In terms of margins, we're out to a 39-point margin. Tom Gray's going to have a shot on goal.
Well, Bailey's just come off the ground with cramp. He's gone back onto the ground now after a bit of a rub down. We've had Kilty at the cramp. I think the little boys are going to feel it tonight after 5 o'clock, that's for sure. And a few heads too, just like
Yeah, and Hillier and Seppi's still going at it.
That's that cool in blood.
Well, Tom Gray fires on goal and pushes it to the far side for a minor score. 22 minutes gone.
I wouldn't want to be Seppi running at the ball.
No,
With
I
his head
wouldn't.
over the ball.
Not with what I just saw Seppi do then, no.
No.
It's a 38-point lead to Maui. We've played 22.5 minutes into the final quarter, 86 to 48.
And if you're going to do it,
Yeah, not in front of the umpire. In fact, I think he leant over the umpire to do it.
So we're saying there's a report but no send-off. Is that what we're looking at, do you think?
Well, he's not reported. Well, it's inefficiency by the umpire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sent off.
No, I don't think you have to. No, that's right.
necessarily.
In the back pocket though at the moment, Tommy Long goes down towards Kelly, who's been fantastic all afternoon. Second effort there, Bailey was good. Hillier has it, handball to Pepper though, the one they were just going at. And now Pepper drives it down towards half forward. Barand was there, so's Linton, comes to ground level. And good work by Barand again, he's got 2 to beat and he holds it in. And he's been very busy this afternoon, as have a lot of Moe players. They haven't really had a weak link, have they?
No, the Moe side haven't. No, they've really put it together, especially how hot it was, especially that first quarter and a bit.
Tap down, Ferrado's kick was partially smothered, Bailey's kick goes straight up and out, gets a little bit of distance on it in the end, continues to travel, gets out the back, and Gia's run under this, he tries to tap it, Kelty was there, nicely done by Long, wrapped up by Brandler, and the Tigers get a stoppage inside forward 50.
I got that hint, you know, that I don't think we've seen the last of it yet.
There's
a few minutes
running
to
at a time.
Yeah, I just don't think we've seen the last of it. And you know, what's the rivalry? We keep we've forgotten about the rivalry between both towns as well.
Yeah, margin sits at 38 points. They've got bragging rights on the scoreboard to the Lions. McCall's kick was a short little scrubby one. Hillier was there, thrown down in the tackle, and gets a kick away though. Here's Scott Van Dyke under pressure. Kick's going to come back as McCall takes the mark. Top of the 50, the man on the mark's moving. Doesn't matter about that rule anymore. McCall kicks to danger zones, and Declan Kelty. Are we taking Declan Kelty's marks?
Yes, I have.
That's another one. Get to that in a moment. It takes a calculator to add them up. There's Kelty's kick. He's turned it over, and that's his only blemish of the day. Is Brandler from 49 metres, left foot, top of the square again. Do we have a fly? No, can't mark it. Goal square, rushed through. Nicely done by Van Dyke, and Brooks was back there as well. Minus score. When you Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, that's late in the last quarter.
7-7-49, Morwell, they trail Maui by 37 points, 12, 14, 86, and 12 is the marks for Declan Kelty.
12 marks this afternoon.
Is that all?
That is all. Seppi in the middle of the ground.
Oh, you got rid of that one.
Really quick. Sim was on the outside. Handball over the top though was smothered by McDonald. Here they go again. Handball through. Seppi's got it. Handball's quickly to Prowse. Prowse now under pressure. Gave it up. The umpire said you got to handball away and play on. Jack gave it to Suter. To McFarlane. Steps around the big fella. And McFarlane kicks towards the Tigers forward line. It's 1 on 3. And you'll be surprised to know the 3 wins. Although Jacobson comes in now on a loose ball. Wins it. Gives it to McDonald. He handles over the shoulder without looking. Low press has to fight hard. Kelty was back there as well. Taps it forward. Sim under the defensive 50. Cox edges there now for the Lions. Gets around one tackler. Squares it in the middle of the ground. Gia's got to fly with Belfer. And Gia flies. And takes a strong mark, and I reckon he winded himself as well.
Sim with a cramp over the other side of the ground on the 50.
Cramps everywhere.
Yep. First going back, that's what you'd expect.
Giath now gets up after being winded. Kicks to Anderson's. 55 metres out. Anderson will kick towards Cooling. He can take a mark late in the last quarter. I think there'll be a crank coming from him soon too. Kick to Bailey over the shoulder, free kick. He's got the top of the 50. And little chip kick. Anderson goes to Brandler, who is the left footer. And on the left-hand side of the ground. 26 minutes have gone. 37-point margin at the moment, Box.
Just to his style, he just needs that left goalpost. Just aim that left goalpost.
I reckon it's a mirror image of the goal he kicked at the other end of the ground, wasn't it?
Siren sounds. Margin at 37 points. Brandler's got a kick on goal. It's not going to affect the result. The Lions are going to win it. Brandler's left foot kick kept it skinny. It's going to be a minor score. That will mean it's a 36-point margin in the end. Victors to the Morwell Lions have been fantastic in the opening round of the Gippsland League. They got a little bit welling, as you'd expect, between two sides that are arch rivals. But in the end, the Lions stand tall. And literally, their tall targets were very good this afternoon. Declan Kelty's one of those we'll talk about in the best on ground. And along with the forwards and Christian Jacks as well. We've got all the post-game show coming up after the break. It's been Gippsland Live. It's great to be back on Saturday afternoons. And you do it for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
He's done well to get through it.
Do you reckon it's Scouts or do you reckon...
Oh, look, to me, it could be